So I have been playing around with the Nintendo Wii in the last couple of weeks here on the channel, and I personally really love it. Despite I am a big Sega fan, I still wanted to take a close look at the Nintendo Wii U, or better said, Nintendo Wii U. So, let's go! Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at the Nintendo Wii U. So this thing was absolutely a failure when you're looking at how many they sold of these things, but I really have like a special spot for this thing because it has so many interesting pieces of technology inbuilt in, and it is Nintendo, and I can say like this thing is absolutely high quality. But also how it's with collecting. So when I'm making this video, collecting for the Wii U is absolutely cool. So where every single piece of retro gaming is going to be like freaking expensive, the Wii U is still very cool. And despite there were no like a lot of third-party games, Nintendo itself did release a lot of premium games in my opinion, and like the real Nintendo games that we had back in the day. So I recently picked up a pile of these games. Most of them were like around 10-15 euro mark, depending on the condition and of course how complete it is. So for example, Super Mario Maker was like in mint condition, and having this in my collection, I must be honest, like I'm quite excited again because I still really enjoy playing on the Wii U in 2022, and collecting for it is quite interesting because all of the games are not like dirty cheap, but they are like affordable now. But let's do a quick unboxing together and just see how this thing looks in 2022, because this thing is of course used, and I picked it up from Magic Button and they had an amazing deal. They had a couple of these Wii U's for sale, but this was the best condition because with the glossy black it's like a freaking nightmare getting one in perfect condition. So then we're going to get the charger for the pad itself, the power supply for the system, then we're going to get ourselves HDMI, and the remotes are not here because they didn't come one, so we're not going to use the sensor bar. But you can see like this thing is already like scratched up like crazy. Oh man, I really personally like the white color because you don't see all the freaking scratches. So let's take a close look at the pad itself. It comes with the docking station and the pad is in very good condition. This is mostly like the main problem of these freaking things, getting the pad in good condition too. And then we're going to get ourselves more plastic fantastic, some what the hell is this? Wii Karaoke Wii U, whatever. So I think this code will already be used, and if it isn't, be my guest. Not going to download that. By the way, like when I'm talking about the Wii U, the store is closing within a couple of months, what I understand of, so the codes are not redeemable anymore. Okay, so like let's talk about the Wii U, or what can we play with it, because yeah, this thing is limited with a lot of games, and especially Nintendo games. Not a bad thing, but if you like Nintendo games, I think you will be like very happy with this. Well, let's take a close look at the console itself, the Wii Beefcake edition, because this thing is gigantic. At the front we're going to get the eject button on and off, then we're going to get the sync button for the controllers, and then we're going to get this cover that basically covers up the two USB ports and the SD card. And then we're going to get some connections at the back. First thing that we're noticing is like we're going to get the HDMI, but also we're going to get the AV out. And of course we're going to get like the sensor bar, because this is actually like also a Wii. Pretty damn awesome. You can still play some Wii games on it because you're going to get the best signal out. Okay, so next up we're going to get the pad itself, and I must say that I was quite surprised with the pad how good of a quality it is. This thing is not like very heavy, and the shape itself, it's quite comfortable for my hands. Like very nice joystick, D-pad, and it's like the real Nintendo quality. And overall I'm quite surprised how comfortable this device plays. And it looks kind of clunky, but when you're holding it, it feels quite comfortable. And of course it comes with a built-in battery that we can replace fairly easy. But let's talk about the games. So the games, I must say like some games have been ported to the Nintendo Switch with some new things like add-ons. For a great example is not the Super Mario Bros. Of course. Okay, this is the Ultimate Edition, this thing is completely different, but I'm just going to be honest, when I'm playing Smash Bros. Of the Wii U or the Switch, I'm always getting the same feeling. But yeah, that's personally me. Then we're going to get Super Mario 3D World, also made like a remake with some minor adjustments for the Switch. And of course you're also going to get the new Super Mario Bros. U. But I say like some of these games are like dirty cheap now. When I was basically collecting, you pay like 10 up to 15 euro for each game. And I must say like there are so many cool games. I'm a big Yoshi fan. Donkey Kong Country was such a blast. I think they also ported this one to the Switch. I don't own the Switch version. Why should I? I have the Wii U version. Pikmin 3. Mario Kart. This is also like a very good example. So when you're doing a side-by-side comparison, basically the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I understand like the Switch version had basically more tracks, or they added the DLCs from the Wii U to the Switch. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not the biggest Nintendo fan, but that's what I understand of the situation. Wonderful 101 was also ported. Hyrule Warriors was also ported to the Switch, or a version that looks like it. And of course we're going to do Mario Party and the Kirby game. But in the end, like when you're looking at all of the games, it's freaking awesome. And also Super Mario Maker is a lot of fun to play, even on the Wii U with the pad. This thing was even in mint condition, and they are not like selling them for a lot of money. I think it was around 15 up to 20 euro, of course depending where you're going to buy it. So the Nintendo Wii U has a lot of great features, and when you're doing a side-by-side comparison with my brand new Philips monitor that is an IPS panel, like I was quite surprised to see how good the LCD is on the pad itself. And I think the features of this device, it was not like perfect, not like every single game utilized the pad perfectly, but I think this thing has so much potential. So let's play a game and I will show you what I mean. So let's touch it. That is something I really love about it. You can just touch the pad itself and launch your game. You don't need like to have this freaking remote every single time. Okay, so basically like it sends out the signal to the monitor, but also like the pad. And we don't need a monitor, we can just grab it, the pad itself, and let's play it this way. Okay, so sadly my pad is not fully charged, so what we're going to do is pull this adapter out and we're going to put it in the top. I just realized that I needed to look twice. I totally forgot why, basically like need to put this thing in. But like as a really amazing piece of technology, even now, I think the Wii U is absolutely awesome and a very nice high quality product. But let's play some games, let's play some Super Mario Kart number 8 and let's have some fun. Okay, so some of the games like this one, for example, you can use 4 separate controllers and use the booster stand. So you have like the pad that gets extra functionalities, or you can just play the game. So that is what I mean, like they didn't really utilize the pad perfectly. Okay, so something I noticed, like when you're going into the main menu, it would be great to have like the touchscreen capabilities, like you're going to touch where you need to go. It's not like that didn't work. It's like maybe like me like being nitpicky about it, but like that were like the minor things you could do with the pad back in the day. Despite the flaws that Wii U has even now, I think this is a really cool piece of technology. You can collect games for cheap as I'm making this video. I would not be surprised this thing is going to be like absolutely crazy expensive. I did talk with some fellow collectors and they said like they bought them even cheaper than I did. And I'm talking about the games. Buy them for a couple of euro because nobody will give a shit about them. But in the future, I wouldn't be surprised it will be changing out. I want to thank you for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become on the Wicked family and let me know in the comments, do you ever own a Wii U or do you want to own a Wii U and what do you think of it? And it would be great to see you in the next video.